Welcome, Internet. We have returned for another episode of Tales from the Yawning Portal. I am Kingbashman, known as here on the channel, and around the circle here are my players. They're all geared up to go into the danger zone, as you can clearly tell. I'll go ahead and let them introduce themselves. Have at it, guys.
Hello, I'm Loco. I'm Loco 1956 in chat, and I play Band-Aid, the Furbolg cleric.
My name is Caleb. I play Torrent, the Drunken Master Water Genasi monk.
My name's Alex. I play the Goblin Ranger Verm, who's very greedy and is ready for the danger zone.
I'm Sam. I play the new party member Talmir, the Elvish Descent Barbarian.
I am Josh from Mech45 in chat. I am playing the other new party member, Irkaz, Moon Elf Wizard.
Hello, my name is Huxley, and I am playing the other new character named Vismund Sigridor, Tiefling Artificer.
All right. One of my players can go ahead and give us a recap because the DM doesn't feel like doing it this week.
Grandma Yen dead.
All right, well, that was a great recap.
That's pretty much. Well done.
Well, we watched the halfling warrior fight Yen and then disappear, and then Yen turned into a were-jaguar from being knocked unconscious and proceeded to wreak havoc on the party. And then as we were shooting them, the halfling warrior was like, "Hi, I'm a halfling warrior," and popped up out of nowhere. Yen then chased the halfling warrior, regained her sense of human, and died on the spot. Got her heart ripped out and was eaten by the halfling warrior. And then we dispatched the halfling warrior because it was very halfling-like. And then went outside to bury both Yen and Borg as we were greeted by two new faces who are very honest with their abilities. And that's where we left off.
All right. Yeah, I suppose that's where we'll pick back up while I deal with trying to figure out why OBS isn't showing the alerts on
The
screen.
It is, but they're like covered up by your webcam and or part of the overlay. It was weird. Some of them came up.
Just can't show on the danger zone.
Yeah, no danger zone.
Careful now.
I don't think we've reached the danger zone just yet.
Oh, and I gave Sam the +2 grade X unwillingly.
We'll get there. We'll get to the danger zone.
We'll get to
So are we like next morning where we're waking up, or what's going on?
Yeah, we went to sleep.
Yeah.
And we also
it's
found
next
out
morning.
that Torrent is a little messed up on the inside.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, if you live through like
All
44
in good faith.
episodes, that's just what happens.
If you live through the sewers of Waterdeep.
I suppose that's one way to explain away your alcoholism.
Oh, no, that was going on long before I met you.
Ever since
He
he
knows.
was a wee pup.
He knows it. He's only been with us for a day. What's that tell you about yourself, Torrent?
I think it's a red flag, but I'm going to choose to ignore it.
They
Okay.
literally told me you were an alcoholic.
Did they?
Maybe.
Angry staring.
What was her name? Zosa. She said, watch out for the blue one.
Wow. Thought I knew her.
And at that point, Visman would produce from his pack a bottle of whiskey and hand it over and just grin and smile.
You know what? We might get along after all.
This ought to smooth out the bumpy road to be ahead. It's rot gut whiskey. It's really cheap stuff.
As I he doesn't care. As he puts it in his bag,
I
you hear it
know.
clink against like 30 other bottles.
All
The
30.
empties that you save so you can turn them in for pennies later.
You hear one break.
Oh, it's a 1 Electrum a bottle, guys. It's can't pass that up.
I've always wondered what happens when you shake a bag of holding. Does it break everything inside?
I take every single bottle out of Torrance bag after hearing that, and I break them all.
Oh,
No.
My college funds.
every party needs a pooper.
Am I gonna go to party school now, Verm? You've ruined it.
You were gonna ruin it for yourself. You can't drink on the job.
We're off to a rip-roaring start.
I mean,
I mean,
maybe you can't.
how does Visman put his armor back on?
That's a good question.
Because it turned into
Visman-
a cube last time.
So you interacted with Talmir's axe. Like you ended up stealing his axe and replacing it. Did you try to do anything to Visman while he was asleep? He had a shield over his head. He was wrapped up into his bedroll, and he had this strange cube-like amulet tightly gripped in his hand when he went to sleep. Did you do anything? Try to do anything to him,
I
or
don't
did you
think I
leave him
would.
alone?
I think I would have left you alone.
In the morning, he gets up and he just kind of, I feel reinvigorated. Such a long road to catch up with you. I can't wait to get started. And he just kind of slams this amulet into his chest. And when it hits him, it just kind of just very quickly expands. And so in less than 6 seconds, it just fully forms and it's perfectly fitted onto him again. And it kind of shimmers and reflects as it does so just for a moment. Again, you can tell it's very well cared for, and it seems to move almost like liquid. It's very, very strange. And you just like,
What type of armor are you wearing?
this is half plate. Wait, maybe it's half plate. Hang on. I think. Yep, it's half plate.
I will throw mithril plate at you.
You will try to throw mithril plate at me?
Yes.
So where is it?
I pull it out of a bag.
Does anyone try to stop you? Going once.
Going twice.
All right. Okay.
I ain't stopping anything.
Just from a roleplay perspective, based on the attitude Visman's presented, and Talmir, to be frank, you've already done one kindness to Talmir.
I mean, if you die, I still get it.
All right. Well, I guess then you throw it. Visman sees it coming. He just kind of like catches this huge. I imagine it's huge. I don't know. Where did it come from, by the way? Whose was that?
It was Yen's.
Oh.
It was a +1 mithril plate armor.
Visman's eyes go wide. Takes off his aviator sunglasses.
Or the headache incurs.
Glaring sun hits him. He lays it down, and his hands slightly tremble, and he says, "Oh, this is really something." And he kind of rolls it to the left and the right. He starts inspecting it. He looks up. He looks up at Verm. I gotta hide VC because I'm trying to say your names in VC, and I can't say Alex on it. Oh shit.
I don't care. Everybody knows my name.
He looks up at Verm, and then his eyes dart over towards where Loco is. Ah, shit. I guess where Band-Aid is. So his eyes dart briefly over towards Band-Aid, and then back to Verm with a smirk, and he says, "Where did you get this beauty?"
Do you really want to know?
I suppose I don't care that much, but it is a work of beauty. I could really put this to good use. You know, I am something of an armorer. And he goes into a pouch and he pulls out some very well cared for smithing tools. It's like it's like in a bag, like a really, really nice bag. And he unzips it, and there's like a series of hammers and little chisels and stuff. This is something way above what Zosa had, which was a very basic kind of care kit to hammer out dents and stuff. This guy looks like he's a serious metal worker. Yeah. So he's starting to lay that out, and he's got a metal ruler, and he's like taking little measurements here and there as he's looking, and he says, "Well, I guess I'll just ask the question. Is it up for grabs?"
Sure. But I want to know something.
Oh, I have all the knowledge. All of the knowledge. For this, I can tell you anything.
Did Zosta give you those magic items? Willingly?
He kind of pauses. Looks up at you. I'm sure it's in the letter. And he goes back to measuring.
Who has the letter?
Band-Aid does. At that point, he will pull the letter out from inside of his breastplate. And kind of turn his back on everybody, just sit down and look at the seal for a moment, remembering Zosa. And then he will carefully take a dagger out and cut underneath the seal and open the letter.
You get glitter bombed.
Make a dexterity saving throw. I'm kidding. That'll be the next letter. So a fine vellum paper comes out. You can definitely tell that this is Zosa's handiwork. You've seen her handwriting. You've seen how meticulously she prepares things like this. So you open it up. It's clearly written in her hand. It says, "Bandal, my good friend, I am enclosing in this letter a piece of paper that came from my notebook. This paper came from the gentleman who handed you this letter. I want you to look at it from time to time to remember who you are dealing with. It is not that I do not trust him. It is that I am concerned for him. I do believe that he is searching for something. I do not think he would tell you what it is. But I think he is a sheep who needs a shepherd. And I could think of no one finer to put him on the right path than you. His name is Visman Sigrador. He tells me he used to be a nobleman, but he carries himself like a barbarian. He fixed my armor in the blink of an eye, and I believe he has arcane talents that he would not share with me in great detail. Like I said, it is not that I do not trust him, but I think he just needs help to put himself on the right path and be a fine warrior and defender. There is something about him that I trust and something I do not. I will leave it to your judgment to determine which. In care and confidence, I miss you already, my friends. I will join you again as soon as I can. Zosa Mospeki. It's just a big flourishing X with maroon a dark maroon ink. And then there's another piece of paper. It's just a deep blood red paper. And it just says, "I'm in." It's scratched in a very detailed, like silvery metal filigree that shimmers slightly when it's held up into the light. And then on the bottom it says, it just says V.
V
could you-
as in Victor?
You know that the person's name is Vismond. Could you make an investigation check?
As he finishes the letter and is doing this investigation check, he's going to kind of look over his shoulder back at Vismond with kind of dead eyes. And he's thinking to himself, this must be Band-Aid's daycare center. What did you want me to read?
Yeah.
I mean, roll?
Could you make an investigation check?
Investigation.
You can determine. You can determine that this paperwork has been magically protected. You don't believe that the phrase "I'm in" is the only thing that this paperwork contains. There may be another message. You'll need to spend some time with the paper in order to determine what else the message might say. Maybe studying it or something to that effect.
Okay. He will fold the letter back up or roll it, however it was, and put it back between his breastplate. And then he will spin back around.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did forget something that was in Zos's letter. I won't narrate it, but she very clearly states that she sent him along with her luck stone and the Dagger of Warning. And she explains briefly what each of them do. And she also explains that they're there to protect the whole group just as much as him personally. But I forgot to mention that in the narration. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem.
A shame.
Well, since you are so excited to go back into the mountain with us, do you mind if we take some time to get some nourishment?
Are you talking to Vismond?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he stops for a moment, he looks up, he says,
By all means, take all the time you need. I would like to get better acquainted with my new outfit.
and he sets to a very interesting process where he's measuring and kind of tinkering here and there. He's muttering under his breath as he's working, and he seems absorbed in it entirely.
Okay. What is everyone else doing?
I'm gonna break out some food.
I'd say now's about the time I finish ritually casting water breathing, targeting the entire party. So congratulations, you can now all breathe underwater, even our water genasi.
Thanks, I guess.
He's like, I don't feel any different.
It cancels out the effect. Now I can't breathe underwater.
It's like Aboleth's Lung. There's a spell in Pathfinder called Aboleth's Lung where it just switches. Like, you can't breathe unless you're in water.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So I cast Mage Armor on myself as well. And just kind of, since I'm new to this group, I guess half of the people here knew. I just kind of, once that's done, sit down, get some rations, and just kind of sit and listen. Try to get to know the people around me by observation more than anything else.
Okay.
Talmir would be practicing the new great axe, getting the feel for it, and after a few swings, maybe a couple chop down trees, would pull out this ham stock of a leg and just start mowing.
Is it cooked?
No,
Fair enough.
you notice his teeth are almost filed to a point.
Loco. Ben's got me on this now. Band-Aid?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm uncomfortable.
How so?
Do you see what that man is doing?
Yes, well, little one, there are many strange rituals that people do. This is one of them. You are obsessed with gold. Some are
No.
obsessed with their appearance. And some, and he looks over at Vismond, are obsessed with themselves.
What are you obsessed with?
Keeping you alive, my little friend.
Well, you've done a good job of that, to be fair.
Well, thank you.
All right, I'm going to start pimp walking to the door.
Okay.
Are you wounded, Verm? You seem to have a hitch in your giddy up.
I think he stepped away.
He stepped away.
And I walk away.
Are you actually pimp walking, Verm? What's going on? We can't see that on camera.
Yeah, I think he stepped away for a moment.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So this thing that I was doing takes a lot less time than I thought. Apparently, it only takes a single action to turn a suit of armor into arcane armor.
Yep.
So all I have to do is put it on. So he takes the time to remove his old arcane armor, and he straps himself in to this very lightweight mithril plate armor. And as he does so, you can tell it's very slightly changing and conforming to fit his body. It's actually a very good fit. I imagine that he and Yenia were roughly the same size. He doesn't seem to be very physically impressive. He's kind of lanky. He's a little short compared to the average human. He seems hardy. You know, he's got he seems to be thick black hide for skin, and then the black horns, of course. And so he gets the armor on, and then he takes his tools, takes his smithing tools, and he takes his big metal spike and a hammer. And he says, he kind of looks to whoever might be watching nearby, and he just says, "Watch this!" And he hammers the spike into his chest, and as he does so, the spike just kind of melts into the armor, and the armor slightly changes color to be a more kind of a darker, kind of like almost like two-tone between silver and black. Very interesting look, and that becomes his arcane armor now. And he just kind of smiles, checks it out, opens and closes the fingers, hits a couple of the shoulder pads and metal pieces. He says, "It's perfect. I've never been more excited to get into a fight." He's just grinning from ear to ear.
How does that work? Never seen anything like it, admittedly.
Really? Yeah, honestly, it doesn't surprise me. As much as it should, I suppose. You're an arcane master, I presume. You look well dressed. Finery and whatnot. Have you read any good books lately?
Oh, necromancy for dummies. That's an interesting one.
Excellent. Then I do believe we'll make a great team. I'll help provide the bodies, and you can bring them back.
I like this already.
Now, as far as the armor itself, this is something of a gift. I am gifted, and so is my patron. For you see, I am blessed by the Raven Queen herself.
And he just can't stop smiling. He's always smiling. Grinning ear to ear, very enthusiastic.
The Raven Queen.
Indeed. And she gave me the gift of knowledge. Turned me into an arcane armorer. And now, my good works are the ones I wear and the ones I leave in my wake.
Honest question.
Honest answers, always.
If you follow the Raven Queen, how are you so okay with my dabbling with necromancy? Doesn't she hate it?
Okay, so this is a failing on my part. I don't know. I don't know the lore.
She
so
hates
can
undead.
you the Raven Queen just hates the undead. Okay.
Yeah, because it
Okay.
goes
Well,
against fate.
I'll get back.
really.
Got it. I can get back into character. So when you ask this question, Visman kind of like he narrows his eyes and he like slyly looks at you and says, he says,
Sometimes bad people can do good things. Sometimes people are given chances to make up for defects in their characters. I'm sure that she has a reason behind everything she does. There's a reason why she put me in this armor. A reason she made me one of her champions. A reason why I am a true Hexblade. And I believe that there's a reason why I've been put into your path. Or rather, why you've been put into mine. Either way, everyone gets a chance. Prove yourself in combat. Put those bodies to good use. And let the Raven Queen sort it all out in the end. What do you think about that?
I look forward to it.
Visman, at this point, swings his head over to where Talmir is hanging out. Talmir, it almost looks like Vismund is seeking insight from you with the look he's giving you. Maybe this is, honestly, I just didn't know that about the Raven Queen, so I kind of feel bad now. But I think it'll work out. I think it'll work out in the role play because this is very interesting, honestly.
You're just a wannabe. It's all right.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I think it's very interesting.
You sit on a throne of lies.
As long as I sit on a throne.
That's right. Still a throne.
Fair enough.
Band-Aid is going to stand up off the rock, from sitting on the rock, unfolding himself to his full 7'7". He'll look you dead in the eye, Visman, and say, "This is what I think. Enough chit-chat. Let us see what you can do with your new armor.
He wheels around, opens his arms, and he just says, "Absolutely! Finally! A chance for me to prove myself!" He kind of winks at you. And he rubs his hands together. And he says, "Are we ready then?"
Pimp walk.
I'll let you do the pimp walking.
Well, Verm's already walking to the
Go.
to the cave.
Yes, please lead the way.
I'll head towards the entrance.
We'll also follow.
Visman kind of sidles up to Talmir as we're walking. And he whispers under his breath, he says, "I'm always learning about my patron. Always learning new things. And your counsel has always been so helpful. Does the Raven Queen truly hate the undead?"
He believes that upon death, your life, fate have been sealed.
If that's the case, then why not allow the tools we leave behind to be used? In this case, our mortal bodies. If somebody can put me to use after I have died, then I'm still doing good works. My vessel is served just the same way the armor serves me. What am I missing?
I suppose if your body was used, that is all right. However, the soul and mind coming back to its proper self would be frowned upon, dismissed as a fallacy.
I will have to think on this. Thank you, my mentor. And he kind of sidles away.
Open the trap
Farewell.
door.
One in the cave.
Yeah,
Okay.
where all the shit is.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay.
Torrent, you got your rock?
Yep.
You got a rock?
I guess so.
It's not really shiny anymore. The person who can make it shiny's dead.
Wait. What kind of rock?
It's just a regular rock. I picked it up in the I picked it up when we went into the cave because I can't see in the dark. And
The cave we're in currently.
Yenia, I think
mean, if
it
you
was
want-
Yenia, right?
I can make it shiny, but it's not gonna emit a whole bunch of light.
Is it the light spell?
No, I can cast prestidigitation on it.
Oh,
Shiny.
Oh,
Shiny rocks.
can you make me shiny?
Change the spell.
Make the rock smell like flowers, and I'll give it to Verm. He can keep it on him. It'll make
Flowers. It's like a Febreze.
It'll make him more bearable to be around. Could make his. I don't know. I guess maybe a torch then is what I'll have to resort to. I've got a bunch, so don't worry
Does
about
Band-Aid
it.
know the light spell?
Shame you don't have Yen.
Well, isn't that a
Yeah.
damn shame?
Yeah, Yenia decided to turn into a monster and then a dead guy. So.
A dead grandma.
No, I'm sorry. I cannot make you shiny. I can make his. I could, yeah.
Man, this
I
is
can make-
bullshit.
I can make your face shiny.
Please.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. I cast prestidigitation on your face, and it showers with sparks.
Wow, I'm really pimping right now.
I don't like that. It, doesn't, it looks really painful for him.
If I cut off my face, can I sell it?
No, that's more jelly.
Yeah, no.
Sure.
Sure, you can certainly try.
roll a strength check.
Roll survival to see how well you cut.
No,
You need a hand with that.
not from you.
We were doing so well.
You're right. Man. You're
Hate
right.
you, Duff.
We've taken a handful of steps, and Verm is already trying to cut his own face off.
Yeah.
This is great.
Do we want the two newbies to go solve the riddle?
You'll have to remind me what riddle.
Exactly.
You'll know when we go around the corner.
Oh yeah, no. I remember.
I mean, I do too.
Yeah, I don't think Vismond is up front, actually. I think he's probably in the back.
Arrange
the
yourself
moment.
accordingly.
Yeah, I'll be in the middle.
Well, I am definitely not up front.
Why not?
I definitely don't know where we're going.
Ah!
Verm, looks like you and I have to lead the way.
No.
Leave the goblin to pimp walk the party to success.
Yeah? Oh.
Either one.
Well, if you in.
Is the
Yeah.
creature here?
Well, I guess going in here, kind of speaking, I guess, out of character to the party, are we heading back to where we left off? Or are
That's
we
where
just
I was
going a
planning
new
on
route?
going.
Okay. So if that's where the party was heading, then yeah, it would make more sense for someone who had been there to lead. If we were just wandering around, I'll take the lead.
Is the creature still here?
Yes, of course he is.
Hi, how are ya?
What am
He's
I
right
looking
there.
at? Oh,
Kill it.
So Vismond is in the back. He's not interested in taking the lead at the moment. He's kind of trying to make some small talk with some of these people, though, asking about like what they can do, what kind of combat they've seen, have they served in any militaries. He's also asking questions about the two that died.
Are we still okay to travel?
I don't know, are you?
are we?
I was talking about the thing in the hallway. Is he still gonna let us go past?
You haven't got close yet.
Well, that's why I asked. In character, I would have said that. Are we still passage?
You have already solved the riddle once. What use would it be to ask it again?
There's some people here who haven't.
I was directing that towards you, not towards the others.
Okay.
Can I make a knowledge check of some kind to try to determine what this thing is?
That would be either Arcana or Nature.
Okay.
You are not
Got it.
entirely sure what specifically this creature is, but it does look very Sphinx-like.
Yeah.
So who is it? Who is it not letting by? Because Talmir's already like on the other side of it.
Is it letting everyone through? Is this guy guarding the
Basically,
the entryway?
the two new guys are back behind the Sphinx.
Wait, did
Oh,
Urkaz already encounter this?
Is he
You
imposing
met
himself
him
upon
in the
us?
dungeon.
So,
I mean, that doesn't mean he did find another entrance.
so is this guy like blocking our path?
Yes.
Like specifically just us two?
Yes.
You must
Does
solve
he-
a riddle. He's gonna ask you if you want passage.
Ah. Well, looky here, Talmir. Something of an arcane bouncer. We can't party and dance until we pay the entry fee. Well, go on then, ask us your riddle. I haven't got all day.
You may be in a hurry, but I am here for all time. Do not test my patience.
It seems you must have infinite patience then. You're
is
really not
eager
going to come and
find
play
out.
with us.
Round she is, yet flat as a board. Altar of the Lupine Lords. Jewel on black velvet, pearl in the sea. Unchanged, but ever changing eternally.
Vismond looks to Talmir.
I'm gonna guess we can't help him with this, right?
Sounds like the moon.
Round, but flat as a board. Something about the sea. I wasn't exactly paying attention. You want to go with the moon?
I believe in my years of life that would make the most sense.
I defer to your judgment.
I have. What is the moon for 400?
Go on.
Wonderful. We'll be seeing you again, I suppose, if we ever have to come back through here. You may want to work on your material.
Honk.
God damn it. Somebody unplug that soundboard.
Can unplug if it's on your PC.
Good kitty.
It's an interesting creature, to say the least.
What's the light level here? Are we just carrying a light, or is there dim light or something around, like throughout?
Unless I state otherwise, it's like dim light.
Okay.
Okay, so you
So
all
is
are
this-
heading back towards so many maps.
So I'm not gonna question it, but there can't be surprised the fact that was dragged onto me. I already have it.
Well, now you can't be surprised. Double.
Double.
Okay. That's
I
because you
didn't drag
have
it.
the
Alert
That's because
feat.
you have the alert feat, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you okay, yeah, that's fine. So just so everyone knows, one of the items that Vismond's carrying is a Dagger of Warning. So as long as you're within 30 feet of Vismond, then you cannot have the surprised condition.
Nice.
So if we get surprised and we have to roll for initiative, you should always be able to act in the surprise round as long as you're within 30 feet of me. That'll be adjudicated, of course, by the DM. If you want, I can remove it from your.
I don't care either way.
Yeah,
I was just letting you know. In
Okay.
future, if you don't want to try the effect.
I'll go ahead and get rid of it because I'm not going to be like too carefully monitoring it. It's just that whenever we're in initiative, you just want to double check if you're within 30 feet. That way you don't have to.
Uh-oh.
You'd be able to do something in the surprise round.
This is a
Suspicious
not
wizard.
the same room.
Thank you for the raid.
Ooh, thank you.
Welcome to the rejects. We are doing some Yawning Portal shenanigans as I change the map on screen. As I try to change the map on screen.
You suck again.
Suck again.
Yeah, all I got's blank.
Oh, not this again.
I see the map.
Not the discs.
Betrayals are always fun.
Ooh. Party betrayal. Oh, so much fun.
So
Okay.
Vinceman's gonna do to us now.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh God, Indigo Chameleon.
Hey!
Welcome back. Long time no see. Thank you, welcome raiders again. Double raid. Wow. 2 in a row.
Raids.
All the raids. How was your all's stream? We're sitting here doing some Yawning Portal shenanigans again. It's Thursday.
Nothing new here.
Yeah, nothing new. All right, you all make your way past the Riddle Sphinx and arrive at a familiar hallway.
I recommend
What are we
taking
hoping
anything.
for?
I recommend taking anything metal off.
If we have time, I can cast a spell and carry everything that's metal across, and then we can just pick our stuff up on the other side.
Why?
Sounds
What's
good.
the issue?
Put your hand in.
It's rather hot in there.
Hot, you say? Vismond waves his hand through his armored
Immediately,
gauntlet.
yeah, immediately your hand starts to become uncomfortably warm.
Ah, I see. And he starts looking in the room. What does this area look like? I see these little stands or something on the walls.
They're like copper discs
Darn it.
that line the
Wrong
wall.
map. A series of copper-colored metal plates lines the walls of the path before you. The plates are about 6 feet high and 6 feet wide.
Are they within
Oh.
reach? Like a
Oh yeah, you can reach out and touch them. The wall is only like 10 foot high.
if I put my hand next to the have you guys already done all this? I don't want to belabor the point if you get the rest. Of the part already did
We've
it.
tried prying it off. I would have said this in character. We tried
Well, I
prying
mean, if you want to poke at it and find a way to disable it, we never figured it out. Maybe you know something we don't as a tinkerer, you know.
Yes, I've always had a fondness for technology. Let me see what I can do. He'll put his hand on the, is it like a regular stone wall or is it a metal wall like next to this plate?
It's stone wall. 1 sec. I think I heard you all continue this. I think I heard somebody knock on my door.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh no, he's getting
Uh,
swatted.
Ritually casting Tinser's floating disc.
I'll place
Okay,
my
so-
stuff on the ground where you designate for the disc to be.
And Visman's doing little experiments, like putting his hand on the stone and then moving it onto the plate and seeing how that feels. And then he'll kind of like stick an arm in and just see how hot it gets, like how long he has to wait before it really hurts.
Torin will point out to Visman that from what we determined, it was somewhat reliant on magic for this kind of effect to work.
When
That helps you at all.
Well, anything metal we've noticed is farther down as you go down this hallway, the more it heats up, the farther down you get into it. The more extreme it
Include
gets.
The weapons that we carry.
Yes. That plus
I
2 great
see.
axe was carried by a friend of ours before who tried carrying it through this hallway.
And it was his death.
It doesn't seem particularly dangerous. Oh.
Well, it wasn't so much that killed him, but it had a factor into it.
Definitely.
You're telling me that your former friend carried something through this hallway that continuously heated up?
Mm-hmm.
Seems a little
Elmir.
reckless.
Tell me, this seems like something you might have interest in, if it's of a magical nature. I can't see the weave the way you can.
And I would also say that these plates are magical because we did find that out last time.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
You said
No.
are or are not?
Hmm?
You said are or are not?
They are.
Okay.
They project magic.
Oh, I don't know if at the end of last session too, I said I was ritually casting Find Familiar. There's been a small duck following us around this whole time.
What has it been saying?
Visman screams and runs. He's afraid of ducks.
Is it just a normal, a regular, normal sized duck?
It's just a normal duck.
It's the
Wow.
giant duck.
Why not a goose?
Duck.
What is that? So what is that for?
A 6-foot tall duck, you said?
6 foot tall duck. Yeah.
Now it all makes sense.
I don't like it.
No, the honking.
It's unnatural.
It looks at us and it just honks instead of quacking.
Yeah. It's a duck that honks.
I don't like the way it's looking at me, Telmir.
Look at its dead eyes.
I feel like it's one of the zombies.
It's not.
This bug-eyed duck is looking at me.
You can't look at me in the eye and tell me that duck is alive. It doesn't have a soul.
As you,
Big creature, actually.
as you
So
get
that
punched
might
by
be
a frog tongue, Toby just punches you with his tongue. I'm not gonna say it.
In terms of being able to see into the weave here or what might be causing this, if I wait till I'm halfway through the hallway, I can use an ability to detect a potential off switch or the spell origin location.
Why don't we just take everything metal off and put it down the hallway?
Well, we can do that in the meantime. I'm just saying I might be able to find a way to
Disable it.
turn off this magical force.
It takes me 10 minutes to cast the spell, so you have until then.
I basically
I
just
would
put
say
2
10 minutes
rapiers
is
on
probably
there.
best.
Have you tried breaking it?
Yes.
You or the individual that carried this axe for you?
The 7'7" guy over there. And I think the person who carried that axe before too.
I was gonna say Visman looks to Telmir.
There was an attempt.
Is 1 inch taller than Band-Aid, by the way.
So not fair. So not
It's
fair.
probably the ears, to be honest.
No, guys, stop. We need a roll for height.
I don't.
Oh, I was being dead at. I'm 7'8".
You did that on purpose.
I
It's a competition.
randomly generated my height.
Yeah.
And a 1-up Band-Aid.
Oh, his wisdom score 1-ups mine by a lot, so...
If you didn't notice now, you 2 newbies, Verm has dragon scaled armor.
Ooh.
That means anything.
Oh, really? Oh,
way 1 down.
No, Visman would definitely have noticed that. You have dragon scale armor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think like flashback time. We go back to like
We go back in time.
when we first met, because he would absolutely he would be gushing at the dragon scale armor. He'd be asking like where you got it, and, you know, like what colors, like how much did it cost, to like who made it, are there any design marks? Like he's kind of obsessed with it.
Well,
For-
he killed the
for a little bit.
dragon, took its scales.
It's black, right? It's the black
Yeah,
dragon.
it's a black scale. Black scales. yeah.
Oh, he's just
On
like
studded leather armor.
It's so cool. I love it. He's like, do you have any more black scales? I just want 1.
Nope.
Oh. We have to go back to the corpse. Where did you kill it? We have to go back.
We took all the scales off of it.
Do have animate dead prepared. I could animate the dragon.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I think it's a great idea. Just kidding. It's horrible.
Idea. If we-
I would be
mean,
completely
We'd have to
against it.
travel very far.
You just told a necromancer there's a dragon corpse sitting somewhere.
You just told us that you have a spell that brings back humanoids.
I realize Jeff is
Humanoids.
still gone.
No, not humanoids.
Does it bring back anything?
It brings
Or it's
back
just like a-
dead people.
Animate dead?
I thought it would summon either a zombie or a skeleton. Like in it, and you had to target a humanoid pile of. Never mind. I don't want to get in the weeds.
Nah. Animate damage humanoids. Yeah.
I got a meme.
Circle
for you,
back around on
Josh.
that.
It didn't used to be that way.
But yeah, you would notice his black scaled dragon armor and feather
I'd
coat.
allow it.
Oh, you don't want it? Okay.
Dope.
It looks like we're in the wrong mountain, boys.
So
Well, I suppose Visman will wait.
finish casting the spell.
Okay.
I assume we can.
I'll keep my bow and quiver on me because my bow doesn't really have anything metal on it.
All right. This will hold up to 300 pounds. We just load up all your metal things, and I can walk along the path. And
I put 24 pairs of silverware on it.
20. That is uncalled for.
You break the disc.
Yeah.
It's just a loud clatter of silverware. Just
500 pounds. It'll carry 500 pounds.
they all fall out of their napkin wrap.
You want to know where I got that silverware from, Tor?
Why do you still have it? We had
Do you-
opportunities
you know-
to trade it away.
You know where I got this from? Meepo.
Okay. Oh, okay. The guy that I killed? Yeah.
You mean those didn't come from the Yawning Portal?
No, they came from kobolds.
I would hope not. Dernan would be furious once he figured it out.
Well, it was like kobolds in my kind.
Well, at
Long
least you're
story.
not a petty thief.
Why didn't you get rid of it? You could have traded it away already, you know?
For what?
Equivalent value in gold or silver or copper.
You think I'm gonna sell this for like 1 electrum piece? No, I'm gonna keep 24 pairs of silverware on me.
I really don't see how that's reasonable at all, Vern.
Well, we
No,
live in
we
two
make our
separate
way.
worlds.
Yeah,
Yes.
Visman loads up everything. He takes off his arcane armor. He puts his he puts his items on. He walks through. He's just kind of running his hand across the plates as he goes.
I'll take my stuff off since doesn't have that much metal on it, so it shouldn't be too bad.
So, DM,
Yep.
at the halfway point, Talmir would stop and kind of just sit down or kneel more likely into the water and put his hand to the wall. He kind of opens up his breathing, and you see a magical aura begin to pulsate out from him. And I'm going to use my magic awareness action to concentrate, and I now know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet. Does anything register this hallway that would, like, I don't know, make sense as to why it's causing the heat?
The you cast or you invoke this ability, immediately all of the magic items that are over with the party start pinging.
Yep.
The entire hallway, not just the plates, but the entire hallway kind of, I'll say, lights up in your view. You start to try to focus and hone in on the hallway. And it's very difficult because you can sense and you can detect that there are multiple different levels of magic at play here. But you can tell that it's not necessarily the plates themselves that are magical. The entire hallway is in a basically a magic zone that has been
Like a
contorted.
pro-magic field instead of an anti-magic field.
Kinda, yeah, but it's been twisted to whatever to whatever benefit that the caster had wanted at the time.
Any signals of like a way to turn it off, or is that just how the hallway is?
You don't detect any way to turn it off.
Okay.
You do notice that it is a very hard cut line, essentially, at the beginning and at the end of the hallway where this magic zone ends.
Okay. Like a line of arcane energy.
Yeah, basically, like think if you had like a prismatic wall or something. It's just like a straight line.
Okay. So I guess after kind of looking around and feeling and sensing all that, I'd stand back up and move out of the hallway. Move to Vismond, and the hallway itself is imbued in a magic field. To the best of my knowledge, it's not able to be destroyed. However, I think a high enough casting of a Dispel magic might be able to get it done, but it would need to be casted at each end of the hallway.
And Vismond nods. He says, oh, how I love a well-built trap. Heating metal. Who'd have thunk? Making people take off their arms and armor just to pass. Weakening them for what lies ahead. One can only wonder. One can only wonder. And he's saying all this as he's putting everything back on. And he just kind of looks around in this room. Is there anything interesting? You said there was water as well?
Standing in it.
Yeah, you're standing in
water? I wonder if that was used to electrify anyone. This seems to be a place of some technological worth. Along with the magical fortifications, we could be in for a real dungeon.
Do you know who made this place?
Do I have any idea? Can I take a look at the architecture here and also like any history we might have learned or heard about? And that reminds me, because I saw something posted in the Discord. It was some kind of like poem or something.
That's what we were given
That's what
as
the
a
party
note.
was.
Okay.
Oh, the note about the weapons?
Yeah, Sir Chief Arn, whatever it is. I posted it here because I was tired of asking Jeff to give it to me because I can't find it on the maps.
Yeah. Like I see it here, but I don't know if Vismond or Talmir would have known about it. Like, would this be something that Zosa might have known about, like as a part of, you guys' final wrap up before you left?
Well, we got this information after she left.
Okay. Yeah.
I would inform you about it, but
yeah, I don't know if Zosa would have come across the information before she recruited you guys. Like, you guys found a job, basically, and then went back down into the hole. So I don't know if Zosa would have been able to find that info. So I'll pretend that we don't know about this note that you posted. But I do want to take a look and see, like, if I can determine the architecture or the makers of this place.
Yeah, you can go ahead and good. Let's make it simple. Go ahead and give me a history.
All right. I guess not. DC 7. Oof. Sorry.
Yeah. DC was 6.5. So close.
Fuck. Go ahead and roll your D1.
yeah.
You're looking around, and you can tell that at one point in time, this whatever you want to call this type of structure, this cavernous fortress, dungeon, fancy cave, whatever phrase you choose to coin, at one point in time was very well made. It was very well, other than, you know, obvious certain areas, you know, very clean and well polished, like somebody with an ego to stroke constructed this place. But now what lies before you, you can see remnants of beauty that once was, but you also know that time does a number on structures, many things. So
Yes, Talmir, there's something about this place that just resonates with me, but I can't put my finger on exactly why.
Probably the ego. Krampus made this place, or we assume. He's a
Sorry.
old mage who's known to be a little extreme with the actions he takes. In a bad way.
As Verm would say the name. Never mind. I was gonna say with how old I am, I'd be curious if I would have heard it before, but
It seems that he's the one who made this note, and I'll show you the note, whoever has it. But we'll show you the note with the riddle on it, and it has his insignia at the bottom of it.
impromptu sneeze.
Okay. Visman reads the note. He's like got position in the way that Talmir can read it too. So we're both kind of going over the note.
And
Has everybody? Has the Twitch chat already heard the note and everything?
Yeah.
We don't have to read it again. Okay.
Yep.
But
Let's go.
when we got this note, we were told that 3 magic items were taken from security elsewhere in Waterdeep, and that this is probably going to point us in the direction of so. And since I'm not stupid, we encountered a upside down pyramid shape which could resemble an inverted ziggurat, and that is in the riddle.
Vismond, he's holding the note. He starts grinning wider and wider as he's reading the note, and he just kind of turns and he's like, "What did I tell you, Talmir?" He just kind of slaps Talmir on the chest, like with a backhand, like, you know, a friendly tap, and he's like,
I told you this would reap some benefits. With things like this, we can fund our war effort even better. These weapons, this wave, this...
wave, black razor,
Whelm.
Yeah, so he's like listing off the weapons. There's like glittering in his eyes. He says, like,
We can take these back. We can drive back their forces. This would be perfect. Just why we came here. I knew there was a reason.
Now. Those
Yes.
weapons are not the only thing. You're not the only person who gets to pick about what you get. You wouldn't know this information
Weapons are not
without
for you.
us. You wouldn't know this information if I didn't tell you.
Oh yes, of course. We're all on a team after all. I understand we're
yes.
new and we have yet to prove ourselves.
It sounds like you are fitting in quite well.
I'm very glad to hear you say that. I knew you'd come around very quickly. You're very insightful in that way.
And you are very gullible.
Of course I am.
and he just kind of continues moving.
Hey, Urkaz,
Yes.
you know that fancy platform you have?
Yes.
Can that carry people?
It can carry anything up to 500 pounds.
How long does it last?
1 hour.
So it's still up technically.
Yeah.
It's still
Most likely.
There's a catch with this, however. It only moves when I'm more than 20 feet away from it.
Uh-oh. Well, what if you're on it?
It's immobile. If
Ew.
it's within 20 feet of me, it's immobile. I have to move in order for it to move. I know what you're thinking. You want to use it to get up the, up the thing.
I don't know. I don't want to fall
What?
into these pits.
Why don't we set it on the ground over the pits and use it to walk over? One at a time.
Well, I would have to move ahead to get it to come to me.
I
So I
can
would
toss you.
I'm not being thrown.
No one tosses an elf.
I'm not sure that's right.
You know what I like about Urkaz already? Like, he answers questions without answering questions. Can it carry people? It can carry anything up to 500 pounds. It's very, very clinical. I really like it.
It's very wizard-like.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Well,
Oh, thank you.
it seems like that's not the option we can take.
It's useful, but situational. Like,
me
if we had
see if-
500 pounds of treasure we wanted to haul out of the dungeon.
Yes.
500 pounds of found silverware.
Exactly.
It's a lot of silverware.
It is a lot of silverware.
A
I also have
5-pound
a
bag of
bunch-
holding.
I also have a bunch of Playboy magazines.
500 pounds of Playboy magazine.
Good
Did not
luck.
need to know that.
It was on Yen's body.
Not after 10 p.m. yet. Chill out.
It's fair.
It's 10:30 on the East Coast.
Does anybody have a plank?
Why don't we just walk over?
Yeah, sure. You do that.
With a 7'8" worth of stride, can I step over the?
If Bandit had to do it, you have to do it.
Visman hops across this. I'm guessing that's a pit. It looks like a pit with spikes in the bottom, from this angle. What does this room look like? What are we dealing with?
The path to the west is broken by a sizable gap, and you can see glint of the metal at the bottom of the opening. The floor beyond this area has a silvery sheen. In the distance, you can see another hole, beyond which is a patch of floor that adjoins the western wall.
I'll let you know as soon as you get momentum. It's hard to stop. It's a very slippery surface.
Ah. Always a catch with these types of things. I can see it's been machined to such finery. It's very smooth. Almost like glass. Well, shall we?
And he will hop across,
Oh dear.
or attempt to hop across. I'll put my token there, and do I need to make a roll?
I would as well.
Roll athletics just to make sure you don't roll a 1 for the first one, because you're just kind of like doing a little hop step over a 5 foot.
Okay.
I mean, you guys really like to roll and sink, don't you?
Well, we come as a team, we come as a pair.
All right, you all make it across that first pit, no problem. However, when you jump over and when you land, you start sliding, and you start sliding faster towards the other one.
Ah. Okay. So, is there? Can I make another jump, like at the last second here? Is this like a downward slope, or is it just perfectly smooth and level?
From what you can tell right now, it's flat. It's just
Like supernaturally,
whatever.
like
Exactly.
slimy or something?
It's just very slick.
Okay. So yeah, I'll jump again. Do I need to roll again?
You need to roll a dexterity check to see if you
Ouch.
time it just right.
A dexterity saving throw, or just an acrobatics check.
What was it we did last time? Was it check, Alex?
I'm pretty sure it was another athletics check.
Was it athletics or was it dexterity?
I'm pretty sure it was athletics, but I could be wrong.
Or was it acrobatics?
I think it was a choice of either two, depending
Okay.
on how you wanted to like jump across it.
Sure, go for it.
Okay. What do you think?
Yeah, you're able to time it. No, that's right. It was a dexterity check to time it.
Was it?
That's what it was. But we've already done this, so we'll get through it. Yeah, Visman, you're able to kind of hunker yourself down a little bit, like you're surfing almost, and you time it just right and manage to just leap
He looks
over.
like the freaking. He looks like the Silver Surfer with devil horns.
Yeah. Talmir. Oh boy.
Oh boy. You like rabies?
Yen liked it too, apparently.
Yeah. Give me
just
a Constitution saving throw, please.
You're good at those, though.
Should be.
Can I try to catch him or like aid him or anything?
The velocity you all are going at, you basically focused all your mental prowess on not falling in the pit yourself.
You can help him get out.
What? How deep is the pit?
Ah,
I think it was like 10 or 15.
10 feet. I mean, he can literally just stand there and climb himself out. So
Yeah,
Hmm.
providing I
Well, Here.
don't go all
Sorry.
spazzy here.
Okay. All right, I'm just gonna let it happen. I had something I was thinking I might be able to do to help, but I'm just gonna let it happen.
you take
Yen fell in this pit too, Ben.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, just your luck.
But failed the con save.
yeah, you
Yeah, and she had rabies.
Is that why you came
take-
back as a barbarian?
yeah, you take 4 points of owie damage from the rusty razor-like blades that you fell into, but you don't contract super tetanus. So
Awesome. I
yeah,
since the top of this is barely above my head, just pull myself up.
okay.
Yeah,
On the other
Visman
side.
helps you up. He reaches down and helps pull you up.
I'm guessing a 22 makes it over the first one.
No, actually, it doesn't. Let me.
I
Yeah,
bang my
yeah,
head
you're fine.
on the roof and fall
Yeah.
in.
You jump too high, yeah, you give yourself a headache.
Dex or athletics?
Just athletics or acrobatics at this time. You all are aware of this room now, so
Can I toss a rope back? Like, will the rope slide all the way over? Because that could help them. Maybe they could use the rope to like kind of slow their sliding. You know, if I pull it tight, you know, I don't know. I can figure something out there.
I was actually
You
about to
could try.
ask if Band-Aid had a rope.
Yeah, I'll
I believe I do.
I would
Want me to shoot an arrow with a rope on the end over there?
I would like to tie one end of the rope onto my floating disc
Ooh.
because it can only move so fast.
Yeah, that's kind of an unanswered question. Like, can you tie something onto it and then yank it, and like, how hard is it to move if you're just being stationary?
It's immobile. It says in the spell the disc is immobile while I'm within 20 feet of it. So once I get outside of 20 feet of it, it'll start to move to keep within 20 feet of me. But here's the thing: it cannot pass elevation changes of more than 10 feet.
Okay.
So once it gets to that first pit, it's gonna stop, and then I can just slowly lower myself down the rest of the way.
But if we take one of these bodies and throw it in, that'll change the elevation to 9 feet. And then your disc can go across.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Throw a little
That's
ball
funny.
bearing.
Torrent has ball bearings.
Yeah.
Just a pile
Yeah,
of
well,
ball
you're about
bearings.
to you're about to fall into a punchy pit.
Torrent bought quite a bit of ball bearings. He's got 1,000.
We could duct tape together a bunch of silverware and make something of a metal plank.
Yeah, I guess I should make my second
could.
check real quick.
What is
So I'm not just infinitely sliding.
It's something they use in the Church of Gond.
Ah, thank you.
So if I can I do that, Jeff? Tie a rope on to one end of a rope onto Tensor's floating disc, and then use that to slowly make my way down so I don't fall in these pits and contract super tetanus.
How big is the disc? It's 5 feet, right? Or is it 10?
It is 3 feet in diameter and 1 inch thick.
Okay. And it's 20 feet away from you, right?
It has to be 20
Okay,
feet away
20
from me.
feet.
But once I start moving, it'll
Follow suit.
Yeah.
I mean, you can try.
Cool. I do it. I tie the rope onto one end. Or tie one end of a rope onto Tensor's floating disc, and then one end to myself, so that I don't just.
Where do
Okay.
you tie it on yourself around your neck?
I think that's
It's the only logical place.
It's usually where I prefer to tie my ropes.
look. Animate dead. I
edgy.
prefer to cast it. I prefer to cast that on other people, not myself.
Tie it onto the duck. Throw the duck across.
Yeah, how's a duck gonna make it across?
I'm gonna fly. It's a
Can you
duck.
do that?
Does it have a fly speed?
Ducks? Yes. Fly. Duck
Can we
can fly.
Can we just see that stat block though? For your duck, for your zombie duck.
It's not a zombie duck. It's just a duck.
It's just a familiar, you know?
It's just a familiar. Yeah,
He's-
duck.
I feel like Urkaz is saying all this, but it's like obviously a zombie duck. I'm sorry.
Rotting flesh off his off his wings. Yeah.
It's a perfectly normal duck. Before
What is this, Curse Strahd?
before anything, roll me a d20.
Just a D20.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Okay, you had making it across the first one would just be athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. Do I have anything because I tied a rope on?
I'll shoot an arrow across.
Aerobatics. You shoot just an arrow.
With a
Well,
rope.
you're holding
The end
on.
of the arrow.
Yeah, you're holding on to the rope, so you're not really in a whole lot of danger of falling down into the pit where the danger is.
That's good.
But you're kind of like
Danger's bad.
you're kind of dangling in the top of it right now, hanging onto a rope.
Yeah. It's like, I hate this part of
Bandits coming.
this part of dungeon exploration is the worst. All right, I climb out, I guess. On the other side? Can I do that?
Wait, did he fall in?
I'll allow it.
Yeah, I fell in, but because I was tied on with the rope, I didn't fall in.
Ooh.
He
So
fell
I
in, just
climb
not
out
all
on-
the way.
Only about half. So I get to the other side, but I wasn't moving at speed like the rest were who jumped over. What happens? Do I start sliding or do I am I
you
still-
start you still start sliding because you had to have some kind of momentum to get yourself up and out and over on that side. But you're not barreling at nearly the pace that they were because they actually, jumped across.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, we're men.
I will say when you get to
I'm
about
smart.
right here,
Like gasp.
your rope tightens up.
It tightens. Okay.
It tightens up. You look back at the end of it and you see your floating disc in the hallway, or in the doorway rather, sorry. Just sitting there floating in the doorway, not moving.
In the door. So it didn't enter? Like it can't pass through the door?
Yeah, it's as if the door is shut and the disc can't get through, but the door is open.
Is there a problem?
The disc can't get through the door. So I'm stop. I'm completely still right now. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just
Sure.
I cut the rope. Or untie it. Just in case I need it again.
I cut the rope and I fall straight on my ass.
Yeah, I untie the rope because it's not my rope. It's Band-Aid's rope.
Well, I don't think we're getting it back.
How long was the rope?
I think 50 feet rope, right?
50 feet.
Yep,
Yeah.
50 feet.
Yep. So I will untie it because I'm pretty sure that's more than 50 feet from one end to the other.
Well, that and
10, 20, 30.
I mean, that's not the
Yeah,
only rope
yeah.
in the party, too.
I'm still looking at people fall into the pit, but I'm just getting out of their way. Clarifying that.
Yeah, Vismond is gonna need to move if I'm gonna make my way over.
He's gonna catch you. It's all right.
Oh, okay.
Free bird.
Do what?
Vismond steps back.
Gonna break my fall? No.
He just points at the ground in front of him. He says, "Right here. Come on."
Oh boy. I untie the rope and then I kind of shove my way down using the wall.
You start off, you know, kind of across, you know, along the wall. It doesn't take very long for you to start picking up speed. Yeah.
He's Sonic.
Ba-doo. Okay. You make it to the edge, and athletics or acrobatics, please.
Obviously athletics. He's a wizard.
Yeah. Hi, man. You never know. He could be a muscle wizard.
Yeah, but Vismond pushes you back
Yeah.
as soon as you get over.
He leans forward like a linebacker and just shoves his shoulder into you at the last minute. Ah!
Ray Lewis.
Just love tap.
I'm probably kidding. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, everyone makes it across the pit successfully.
Well, there was one individual that fell.
Yeah, but I mean, what's 4 points of damage to a barbarian? Everyone made it across successfully.
Yeah.
Hey, Erkas, what kind of elf are you?
I'm a moon elf.
Okay. Just curious. Yeah, Vismond kind of stabilizes you as you jump across. It helps you land safe. Make sure you don't fall backwards.
God.
And he says,
No,
Very
thanks for the
spry.
follow.
How nimble. Want to make sure you didn't get hurt. You especially.
and he flashes you a toothy grin.
I appreciate it.
And he waves you forward for you to head through the door.
I go through the door.
You'll notice that your floating disc is still at the other end of the corridor.
All the silverware is still there.
It lasts an hour, so either until it gets dispelled or the time runs out. It'll just be there.
Doesn't it disappear when it's a certain distance from you?
Yeah, once I'm more than 100 feet away from it.
Okay.
Which will be here before too long.
So all the silverware falls into the pit. Got it.
Clank, 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 clank. No, it's at the door.
Yeah.
Oh, it was left behind.
Yeah.
Since I was thinking the same thing, Verm, we're gonna take after that suspense was dealt with there with the trap slippy floor. We're gonna take a quick bio break. We'll be back in, I'd say, like, what, 5-10 minutes or so. Get something to drink, go use the restroom if you have to, do whatever.
Go to the candy bar.
Yeah, go to the concession stand, and we'll be right back here in just a few minutes.
No, that's not big enough.
Guys, stop leaning on this out.
No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Now it's showtime, folks. And you can be sure it's the best show in town. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome.
Who's setting up shop? We got a cleric paladin who is also setting up shop. We're going to call our consortium Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium. We don't sell hats.
Is we don't sell hats part of the name?
No, I just thought I'd clarify.
I like it better if it was part of the name. Yeah, me too.
Oh,
that would be very funny.
I'm the head of it, so like we could add that to the name.
We will then. We're gonna have shirts made. I gotta get their portraits all put together, and we're gonna have merchandise.
Oh my god!
This is gonna be awesome.
Raiders Haberdashery Consortium (parentheses) we don't sell hats.
I would buy one of those shirts.
It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now.
They don't really apply to level 0 characters.
They don't? Okay. All right. So then I won't grab them. I thought that crit might be that extra one. Okay. So here's the regular damage. Oh, say good night, Francis. Oh, that's Chip. Oh, man. Oh, I'm sorry, Chip.
Suck it, Chip.
Whoops. I thought
I'm sorry, sir. This is a private mountain.
But I only wanted it.
This mountain is reserved for patrons.
But
it's a supply depot for all sorts of good things, which people can get at the snack bar. Like soft drinks, candy bars of all kinds, delicious popcorn, and refreshing ice cream treats.
But I am a patron.
Well, why didn't you say so? Be our guest.
Through, and you're kind of at a point where you can't really wedge your way in there anymore. You're like,
here, boy. Here, boy. Come. Here, boy. You can do it. Come on.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
I'd like 2 of those, please.
Hot dogs? Yes, sir.
And 3 of those. And 1 of those. And 5 bars of these. And a cup of that nice hot liquid.
Coffee. Coming right up.
Oh, and 2 bags of those peculiar white coffee material.
You mean our crunchy popcorn? Shall I wrap that for you, sir?
Oh, that's all right. My saucer's just outside.
They come from miles to enjoy our intermission.
I'm terribly sorry. Bjorn, you explode, and in your place is a sweet roll.
Nice.
Hello there. Give the demonstration of my new invention, the goodies machine. The machine turns out delicious hot doggies one after the other. And thirst-quenching sodas also. Gives popcorn of the most tasty kind, plain unbuttered. Candy too, crunchy and dandy. Steaming hot coffee and ice cream too. These goodies are at our snack bar, just waiting for you.
Private messenger. And do you know how to do that in Facebook? I mean, in Facebook, whatever. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
At least Facebook is still around
Wow.
hundreds of years into the future.
Hey, why mess with a good thing?
Go ahead and
right?
clip that one, guys. And you send that one to me later, too. Thanks a lot.
As everyone knows, rainbows usually have a treasure at the end. Let's follow this one and see if we can find the pot of gold.
Father, I suppose you've come to claim me treasure.
Well, we'd like to see the gold first.
Ethan, there's better than gold in here, me lad. No, just look here, no.
Candy, refreshing soft drinks, popcorn, ice cream. Well, that's some treasure, but anyone can buy luscious treats like these at the snack bar.
You don't tell me. Do you suppose you could get me a job as a snack bar attendant?
Brass knuckles he's wearing, and the creature just.
How did the creature go?
One more time?
What? One more time?
No, that was it.
Like you crave that corn when it's freshly bobbed, you gotta beat it to the box with the butter on the top. Get with it, man, start strolling down to the sweets that set you rolling, the best in town. Our candy's real gone, if I'm understood. To all you squares, that means the confection is positively delicious. Cork that stuff, give me 5, let me send you into this nutty jive. Go, man, go! It ain't very far. Shake it on down to this cool snack bar. Come on, Jill, give us a treat. A friendly pepper-upper with a tasty beat.
Drink Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, 'cause it never lets you down.
Frosty, man, frosty.
People, we might be able to take care of that. I
I'm
understand.
gonna sing the doom song now.
Oh, God.
Doom, 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 da doom, doom, da doom, da doom, doom, da doom, 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 da doom, doom, da doom, doom. Doomy doomy, doom doom doom. The end.
Music to the ears of the hungry. The sizzle of a mouth-watering hamburger. Fresh, lean beef, done to a golden brown, couched in a soft bun, and garnished to taste. Man, that's hunger heaven. And you'll feel like you're heaven sent when you get one at our refreshment stand.
Happen. Let me see. Is there a deception check for a horse? Or does a horse have a? Ooh, it's going for the
deception for a horse.
Yeah, a horse
I
has got
love it.
deception. So the horse goes up, and you
great.
see it. It's looking a brief second. It looks at the plant like maybe it's something even tastier, but then it sticks out its tongue and it pulls back, and then it backs up. It's got the sugar cube in its mouth, and its eyes go boing, as his eyes just go, and it starts woo, and it starts bucking, and and it just and he was looking at something in his hand, and he is standing up, and he grunts out, "Who the F are you? What are you doing here?"
Housekeeping?
Housekeeping.
I'm dead.
God.
Your attention, please. All new hotshot electric in-car heaters have been installed for your comfort and convenience. Just insert heater through car window and turn on the switch. When leaving, please turn switch off and replace on speaker post. Warning, high voltage. For your own safety, do not attempt to repair or remove wires. Do not attempt to open heater unit. If you need assistance, please notify the theater box office or concession manager.
She had red whelps and skin was looking all grotesque and all that, and she let out a little bit of a mumble roar, leveled the gun at everybody in the room there, and that was where we cut last week. So that was where we'll pick up the action now, unless there are any questions or anything else that the group would like to add.
I have a question.
Please ask away.
What is a mumble roar?
Mumble roar. Yeah, well, yeah, you know.
Settle back now, content, comfortable, well-fed, and ready for some fine entertainment. Is everybody happy? Then let's go. It's showtime.
No, that's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live...
Oh, cool.
And we're back. We have returned. How's it going, everybody? How's everybody doing?
It's going.
It's going. Oh, hello. So, you all traverse the danger room for now. This danger room.
The danger zone?
Yeah, but unfortunately you didn't find the highway to it yet, though.
Stop.
So, yeah. So you all making your way back to where you were. You have a path leading north and a path leading south. You can see. The one to the north is it's got the floating waterway in it with the kayaks or canoes, whichever one, little like one person boats, and you've got the door that leads to the aquarium, so to speak.
And that is where I am heading.
They're heading back to the aquarium.
Yep, same.
Okie dokie, guys. Hold on, let me pull up the map again.
Map switch to map switch.
Map switch to map switch. God, I hate you all.
Blame Yen for dying.
What's up that way?
All right, arrange yourself accordingly.
I'll need a map push.
Oh. My bad. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
So needy.
I know, mister. Can you send me the note again every week?
Hey, just I can't find it.
Oh, by the way, can you send me a copy of the riddle that the Sphinx
No.
gave? Write that down.
I had it at one point.
No riddle for you.
Are there manticores still in the middle?
All the animals and creatures that you saw in there before are still in there.
Oh, they're gonna say gone. Oh no.
And I guess I should delete Ian's token over there.
You don't
There you
have to.
Okay.
So, has a fly speed of 55 feet.
That's kind of ridiculous.
Duck OP.
For a CR0.
Hey man,
have you ever seen a duck fly?
Beak attack, more like bonk.
Well, that's pretty much all it has going for it. It's the fly speed.
Have you ever angered a duck before? Yeah, man. They can move pretty quick when they're agitated.
Geese are the same.
I would say
geese are worse.
Somebody
They're a
say
little bigger.
goose.
Exactly.
Loco's just sitting there like, God, I can't wait till I die so I can leave.
I hate you, Duff.
There it is.
Hey, Band-Aid.
Put that on a drop.
No.
Hey, Band-Aid.
Hey, you, Duff.
Yes, farm.
Can you see this door is cursed like the halfling warrior said? Magically wise?
I can tell if it is magical, but I cannot tell if it is cursed.
I just meant magical, but yeah.
Is it possible to walk straight across the middle? Is that like all glass or something, or do we have to go around the edges?
Hold on.
Like, I'm not really understanding the.
Hold on, let me. Yeah.
I never really quite got it either.
You're looking out and down into an enormous chamber defined by terraced steps that ring the entire area and descend toward a central enclosure. A few feet south of the door, water laps at the edge of the stone floor. Looking to the side, you can see that the ring of the terrace that lies beyond is a 10-foot deep ring of water held in by a nearly transparent wall. Another of these watery steps in the terrace is somewhat lower than the first. At the level in between these aquariums, the terrace steps are dry, but the area is still enclosed by a glassy wall like the others.
Okay. And is it possible to like, can I just jump in the water, or is that also like closed off on the top?
There's stuff in the water.
Yes, there are creatures in the water. I will say, I'm not going to make you roll for it. The rest of the party already has. They probably would have told you, but some of these things are indistinguishable or it's hard to confuse them with something else. The top tier, you see 6 giant crayfish. The second tier, you see a number of giant scorpions, and beneath that is 4 sea lions, and the bottom tier, the enclosure that's at the very bottom, are 3 large winged creatures that have been identified as manticores.
And their wings were clipped.
Yes.
Their wings were clipped.
And are all of these different levels like sealed off, or are they open to the air? Like, can we like shoot down into them if we wanted to?
It doesn't.
Like, can we sit here and just play fish in a barrel and just and try to shoot these things if we needed to, or?
I mean, possibly. Yeah. But you'll notice that when the party walked in, the creatures, especially at first the crayfish, were following the party.
Okay. And do they seem like hostile? Are they reaching out at us, or are they enclosed in a fish tank, so to speak?
They're kind of in a fish tank. They haven't like reached out or anything, but they're following like creatures in a zoo waiting to be fed.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Yeah, Vismund. So it sounds like I cannot walk straight across. It seems like this is a series of pits. and I have to go around the sides. Like, it just keeps getting deeper, like 10, 20, 30, 40 feet down.
Yeah, it doesn't say that the top is enclosed, but I think I said like the first terrace was enclosed, but it doesn't seem like the top is actually sealed off. The sides are. But...
This definitely resonates with what's in the note about the black razor. Black razor yet remains to be won underneath inverted ziggurat. That gathered, think not that you're done, for now you'll find you are caught.
I mean, there is a door there.
Yeah.
Yep. And there's caught creatures here, and we did fight something here.
So where is the black razor then, I guess?
I was going to check this room up here.
So Visman, I guess, will just walk around the perimeter. Every now and then he'll kind of wander closer to the water to see if they get more frenzied, but not close enough maybe to like come within reach of them. He's just testing out the temperament of these fish, I guess. Or you said they were crayfish?
Yeah. Does Band-Aid detect magic on the door?
When you would have asked Band-Aid, you would have seen me place my hand onto the door, similar to when I was in the hallway. Kind of orate magic. Once again, I'll use my magic awareness. Ability to know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet.
How do we play this? You detect that there's magic in this room, but something is kind of impeding and like blocking your ability to hone in beyond the outer layer that there is magic in this room.
But the door's not magic anymore or cursed in any way. I'm not getting a sense of that.
The door never was cursed.
Cool.
Well, the halfling told us otherwise about the room. But
yeah.
No, the halfling was also not a halfling.
Well, the halfling wasn't a halfling.
I pushed door
That's
open.
Right. He was a halfling.
He was a H-A-F.
He's a really big halfling.
He was a giant halfling. Yeah, you push the door open and without repeating it, there, same description as last time. Except there's probably some blood along the room from a battle from before.
And an empty vial.
Yeah, and an empty vial with remnants of blood in it.
No, just
would appear there was a fight in here, green one.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about it.
Why don't you tell us about it?
There was a halfling warrior in here that fought like a halfling warrior.
Turned out it wasn't a halfling warrior.
It was a halfling warrior. And it fought one of our party members. And our party member didn't make it out of this. You're wearing their mithril plate armor.
Such a shame. It really is too bad. Oh well.
And he walks through.
Asshole-ish and straight to the point. I like it.
I guess we're
anyone else
tearing the room apart.
Visman sits down in one of the chairs. Just kind of crosses his legs.
I'll glance around and see if I can find anything.
Yep. I can assist either Verm or Kaz.
Okay.
But which one?
Is there anything? It looks like there's some
Not
paintings
me.
on the walls. Is there anything on these paintings? Worthy of note?
I think they're just tapestries. It's basically, this room is very bougie, very lavish and expensive stuff in it.
Is that a giant? Is that a giant hookah pipe? Is that what that is on the carpet, or is that like a table?
Yes, it is.
A hookah as tall as an adult human stands in one corner.
That's what that. Okay.
Yeah. Big ol' hookah pipe.
Yeah, Visman heads over.
Yeah,
Does anyone else want to partake?
I'm collecting
evidence.
spell
I'm collecting anything that looks shiny.
I do
There's a lot
believe
of
this
things
is
that look
just
shiny.
oregano.
Oh, damn.
Wait, this is DiGiorno?
Just kidding, and he starts blowing these meticulous smoke
Theoretically
rings.
speaking, does a hookah as tall as an adult human fit in a bag of holding? No,
It does if you break it.
You have to break it down.
I mean, technically, yes, it would, just barely. But you also have other things in the bag of holding, so.
Not the one I have.
Yeah.
Related question. Does a goblin as small as a child fit into a bag of holding?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Just curious.
I'm going to take anything I can that's shiny in this room.
Yeah, I am legit gonna look around and see if I can find anything.
Yeah, Band-Aid's gonna look underneath all the pillows and the carpets.
Okay, Verm, you are absolutely unable to control yourself. You are almost foaming at the mouth, with your sixth sense just absolutely pinging in your ear, driving you insane.
Just straight up going in the bag of holding.
Yeah. The furniture is, from the looks of it, it's at least gold coated. It might not be out of solid gold, but
If I bite into it, no, I'm kidding.
Okay, so you bite into it. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
You bite into it, and it is not solid gold, but it is gold coated. But the outer surface is gold.
Gimme.
The chair is bigger than you are.
Gimme.
You start to look around, and you notice that all of the furniture in here has a sheen gold color to it.
I am perfectly okay. I am lying.
The largest piece would be the divan, and it looks the same as the rest of the furniture, except really big.
I'm gonna lift the tapestries off the wall and look behind each one to see if there's like something hidden behind them.
All right, you lift the first one, you see a wall behind it. You lift the second one, and you see a small arrow-sized slit about even with your eye. I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Not the hookah.
Saving throw?
Yes.
Does the hookah make it?
You dodge out of the way as a bolt goes right past your face.
I guess I would have been standing like right there, or the second one was over here. I don't know.
Yeah, it's that one.
Okay.
So it's in a straight line to where Vismond is.
No.
Sorry, what was it going? What happened?
Nothing.
I triggered a trap.
Eric has triggered a
Took an
trap.
arrow to the knee.
He almost said.
He almost took an arrow to the knee.
Oh.
Or the eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Visman was just smoking and like completely spaced out at the moment.
Yeah.
It checks out.
Yeah. Maybe it'll cool him out. Might mellow him out.
He's just fine the way he is.
No.
I'm just fine the way I am. That's exactly right.
The mannerisms you do, Ben, are just on point.
Huh? Did something just happen? I wasn't paying attention.
Don't you worry. Just keep on doing you.
It just goes right back to the little hookah stick thing.
Is there anything shiny I can fit in a bag of holding? Other than the hookah that we've established.
The chair would be a no unless you broke it down.
Yeah.
The divan, definitely not, because it's way bigger than the chair unless you broke it down. I would say the two like end table. Hold on, there's three of them. Like the three end table type things. Maybe if you broke it down as well.
I want to
'cause-
go for the big one.
You're gonna go for the big one.
Yes.
Okay.
Attempt to break it down and stash it in the back of holding.
Just watching an amusement.
Okay, Verm, you start hacking away, I guess, at this giant divan. And you, yeah, I mean, you break it down. After you get a portion of it broken apart, however, you do notice like a small recess in the ground underneath of it, and it appears that there are items in that recess.
I instantly open it.
Also, Talmir, I completely forgot that when you all killed the Oni, that it was outside the room, and you would have gotten 2 pings off of where his corpse was.
Okay, he died down in the very bottom, correct?
I
think he died on the outer shell where
he
Urkaz
died.
was.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah, it was on the outer shell on the right.
Outer shell. Oh, so we walked
Yeah,
right
yeah.
past his body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was over here.
Yeah, because undead minotaur, or
Okay.
whatever it was, undead something.
Skeletal minotaur.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't we loot the body?
I guess while they're doing that, I'll go back over, since I would have got the ping, and check what was actually on the body.
Okay, you find a ring that is beset with fancy jewels, all of the same color in it, and it's in the shape of a shield.
Okay.
And you also find a ring that looks like it's made of like a substantial brushed gold, but it is a double. It appears to be a double ring with magical runes inscribed all over it. The top part is fairly flat. I will go ahead and just add
Trying to
those
see
into the
if-
party sheet. Okay. Vern.
Yes.
You find, like, you notice this, and immediately you just start before even as crazy and wild as it seemed, or as you seemed, going after the gold coating on this furniture, you find this this hoard, this small hoard hidden away, if you will, and then you just don't even care anymore. You're just trying to get the rest of this divan out of the way. And underneath, you find a couple of vials. I'm sorry, a vial
of blood.
No. You find a couple pieces of rolled up parchment and 4 pieces of very fine looking jewelry, a stash of some coinage, and a very long greatsword with a black blade that appears to have something strange going on the blade itself.
I'm gonna take all of it. I'll hold the blade up. Hey guys, I think I found one of the weapons.
I think Visman
you grab
sits
it
up with a start.
you grab it, Verm, and you look at
I know
it.
what happens out of character.
You grab the blade and you go to look at it, and the metal part of, like, the blade area of this greatsword shines like a piece of night sky filled with stars. Even across the room, Vismond, I'll say, because you're an artificer, you'll notice that the black scabbard is decorated with pieces of cut obsidian.
Yeah, he's like, he was smoking, and then this kind of caught his eye, and he just kind of sits up, like, not like startled, but just kind of like sitting forward as if to like get a better look, and it's just definitely piquing his interest.
Who wants it?
Well, if you
What is
like,
it?
I can
Bring it
with it to identify it.
Sure.
You have the ability to identify things?
I do. It takes me time, but yes.
I found these 2 rings over on the dead one over there. We can throw that into the pile, or if anybody recognizes them offhand.
Does it look like a ring of protection? Or that's the only ring we have in the bag of
We do
holding.
have one, don't we? Yeah. Yen had one.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it could change, like, what it looks like aesthetically, though.
Verm, as you grab the sword and you're showing it off, all of a sudden in your head you just hear like a voice ringing out to you. Are you my new wielder? Are you my new wielder? Are you destined to be my champion and feed me the souls that I need, that I crave?
I'm gonna instantly drop the sword.
That was a great...
Pick me back up, you fool.
Band-Aid, I'm not crazy, and I'm just gonna say this, okay? The sword does not have a female setting and is talking into my head.
Oh, Verm.
Nightheart Gaming! Thank you for the raid. What's going on? And Frank, everybody. We're doing some Yawning Portal shenanigans. The guys are currently doing White Plume Mountain, and they just found Black Razor. And
Yes, we did.
the greedy goblin picked it up. So, oh boy.
But we don't know it's Black Razor for sure.
No, we don't.
No.
Yeah, we don't know that yet.
Yeah, in character they don't know.
Yeah, out of character I do.
Yeah. In character they don't know.
It asked me if I could feed it souls.
Oh, that sounds.
And I didn't do it.
Well,
Vismond
pick a- if
slowly and
you want.
deliberately. Vismond slowly and deliberately sets down the pipe and rises very quietly, stands straight up and starts slowly walking forward. With his hands behind his back.
Oh god, diesel
You
shot
stay
with a
where
raid.
you are.
So many raids.
So many raids, so much wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna step forward as well. 'Cause
Okay.
that is a potentially very dangerous magical item. Because based on what our little green friend has said, it's sentient. Potentially. We
What
don't
does
know.
that mean, Urkel?
How fascinating.
It's speaking into my head.
It means that there is a soul, or at least a part of a soul, trapped in there.
And
Something
it wishes
happened.
to
We should
feast
rescue
upon
it.
soul?
That's what it said.
Why don't we grant it its wish?
Something about souls, I believe it was said. Right, Verm? Tell us again what it said.
Band-Aid.
Exactly what it said.
He kind of
behind me.
Vismond kind of licks his lips. Is it still on the ground?
I would not be holding it.
Vismond doesn't make any actions. He's still got his hands behind his back, but he moves his head and looks at Band-Aid.
By all means, I haven't proven myself yet.
He just flashes a toothy grin. And he waves a hand down to wherever the sword is laying.
Bandit's
So,
going to take the bag of holding from off of his shoulder. He's going to open it.
Is that wise?
Before we put it away, may I identify it?
That's what I was going to recommend.
Do you have to touch it to do so? I do not believe that is wise.
I do have to touch it.
I think you have
You
to
know
touch it with
talking
the
to
pearl.
me?
You know what it looks like. It looks like a black razor.
It looks
Blade.
like you are salivating, and you need to back off.
Is he still
Well,
talking to me, DM?
No.
Okay.
as your compatriot on the surface told me, I do believe you were looking for, what was it? A black blade.
Indeed.
And he just kind of points.
We are not looking for it to wield it. We were given instruction to find it. If this is the blade, then we have found it. It does not need to be wielded by anyone.
Why not?
I cast Mage Hand.
I'm going to hold the bag of holding open behind my back.
I cast Mage Hand, and slowly, I was like, I'm just going to put it into the bag. Any objections?
I think, Band-Aid, you're the only one with the passive insight to recognize a bit of nervousness on Vismond's face as he watches the blade float through the air and go behind you.
I haven't actually grabbed the blade yet.
Oh, okay, okay.
Just
Mind yourself.
Hand is sitting there.
Mind yourself, wizard. As he grabs the hilt of his warhammer.
Understandable. I begin to put in Vern's bag of holding.
Tombstone, thanks for all the gift subs.
If you intend to put it in the bag, I can do so without it being touched.
That's what Mage Hand is for.
Yes, but the glint in your eye tells me that the mage hand is for more than putting it in the bag of holding.
I had no intention of doing anything else.
Cass, you should listen.
Very.
He is unstable right now. Please put it away.
Get down on one knee with the bag of holding open and slowly put it underneath the sword and get it to go inside the bag and then lift it up as it falls in.
Okay.
Masterfully executed. You're a regular plunderer.
Josh's cam froze is such a great expression there.
Why did my camera freeze?
You were stuttering around pretty bad, as if it was an ISP issue.
Can't believe Band-Aid picked it up and put it in the bag of holding.
Wait, did Band-Aid touch it?
Nope.
Or did
No.
he use like the bag as like a glove or something?
Yep, kind of. Yep.
Basically, the sword was kind of floating, and he just underneath of it and closed it up around it.
Okay.
Now, we have 2 more items to find.
How much coin did I find?
About 200 platinum. And you're estimating around 1,000 electrum.
Okay. I take all the electrum and leave the platinum. No,
it's like finding a
okay,
bunch of
you heard
$50.
it. He takes the electrum and leaves the platinum.
I'm going to take all the platinum and all the electrum. And you said it was 1,000.
1,000 electrum, and I'm just gonna copy the whole word.
I have 1,004 electrum pieces.
Like you
in
found
my
a bunch of
inventory.
Kennedy $50.
I'm gonna go to. Never mind.
I'm just gonna put the Black Razor in the main party sheet because I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not doing.
Obsidian greatsword.
Oh, I'm sorry. You also find a fine set of plain mail, or not plain mail. God damn it, plate mail. Set of plate mail armor. Its surface is etched with many strange runes, which seem to flicker and move underneath of there as well.
I shall put that on the floor with all the other items that we want to identify.
It's just raining armor today.
It really is, though.
This looks rather fancy. What do you think, Urkas? Could you help us out with another identification ritual?
You're muted.
Muted.
I could. It will take 10 minutes for each item.
So 30 minutes in total.
Oh, I think we've got all day.
We can close the door too if you want, so.
This is a rather comfortable place to wait.
We had a hard time with the door before. I don't know if I'd recommend that.
That is very true. But there is a hole in one of the doors.
There is.
Why don't we just leave the door open so we can see anybody approaching?
A Hodor?
Hodor.
Sure.
RIP. Also, I would say Band-Aid, if you wanted to, you could roll a perception check. You would have seen Talmir go over to Vismond as you guys were messing with the bag of holding and the weapon.
You said perception?
Yeah. You would have heard whisperings of a queen and befelling her enemies. We must get one of these weapons.
Vismond's nodding vigorously.
Band-Aid will not give any indication that he has heard.
Did I get the whole love seat in the bag of holding?
Do you what?
Did I get this whole chair that's laced in gold in the bag of holding?
The first chair, you get like the essentially the golden parts of it that you broke apart in there. Yeah.
That's the only part I want. While everything's being identified, I'm going to do the same to this chair in the corner.
Yeah, get some candles out, draw a little circle, get a pearl out of my component pouch, and an owl feather, and I start taking the necessary time and performing the ritual needed to identify these items.
Vismond is talking quietly with Talmir, but not quietly enough. He doesn't really mind or care to really hide what he's saying at the moment. But he's kind of talking quietly to Talmir. He says,
Back where the Sphinx was, there were 2 other hallways. It stands to reason that the other weapons would be down those halls.
I feel in due time we'll get there. Perhaps quicker, if need be.
Perhaps if we...
And he leans in closer.
Leave them behind.
Not to get rash yet. We don't know what lies ahead. They've been here longer than we have.
Indeed.
Urkaz, as you're setting up your ritual to identify these items, you see them all kind of like be set there and everything. Other than, I mean, the coin that you saw Firm stash away or whatever, like the other things, they don't ping off as magical in any way, but you do notice that the gold lacquer mask is set with many precious and semi-precious stones. It would probably be worth a pretty penny. You also find 2 gold, or you notice that the 2 gold hairpins are set with a large emerald.
Okay.
The thing that kind of catches your eye, not in a magical sense, more of a possible value sense, is the jewelry box. It is a superbly crafted jewelry box made of rare woods inlaid with gold and silver filigree.
Okay.
And as for the the stuff you're identifying, this is going to take me a minute because it doesn't show as unidentified on my party sheet.
One's a signet.
Does it show the number they are?
If you click on the sheet, on the button on it, and it should bring that thing up, and you can click identify there.
Oh yeah, I can. I can. The problem is like it'll show like on your screen, it'll show like potion or a vial of blah blah liquid, and on my screen it'll say like potion of healing or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. To answer your question from earlier, Verm, one of the rings does look exactly like another ring of protection.
Okay.
Urkaz, the double gold ring, the one with runes and the kind of the flat top, you identify as a ring of spell storing.
You just made the wizard have an orgasm.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi, how are ya?
The vial of red liquid that shimmers when agitated is a potion of greater healing.
So much good stuff in this room. Thank God Yen died so we don't have to share it. No.
The plate armor.
Okay.
As soon as you go to identify it, you are suddenly like beset by this. You've felt this kind of sensation before. This item is cursed.
The plate armor?
Yes.
Oh.
The item is cursed. You are able to kind of shake it off and focus in a little bit more. And you identify it as a plate armor of vulnerability. Slashing.
So many things could happen.
It has resistance to slashing, but it's vulnerable to the other two.
Hold on.
Right? That's what it said when it says you have vulnerability to 2 of the 3 damage types associated with the armor, not the one to which it grants resistance. So it grants resistance to slashing.
Yes, but you're vulnerable to piercing and bludgeoning. Or the other two. Yeah. Bludgeoning and
Okay.
piercing. Yeah.
As soon as that kind of pings off, I'm like, oh, well, this is fun. Don't wear this. And I kind of push it off to the side.
I wear no. No.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't put that on.
I'm getting gold.
And the obsidian greatsword, whose blade? Oh yeah, it was. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. Yeah, because I had.
We ain't touching that.
I have to touch it to identify it. That's the problem.
Okay.
Could you touch it with Mage Hand and identify it?
I don't think that's how that works.
Oh.
You do have a familiar though.
I do have a familiar I could cast a spell through. Yeah.
The duck is gonna feed the souls to
The duck touch this.
Are you my master? Honk.
Late at night, the duck hears a voice in his head. That's really funny. I want to see the duck with the sword.
All right.
You just want it out again.
Yeah, I'll push the armor to the side. I'll let the party know, don't wear this, don't attune to it. You will take a significant amount more damage from piercing and bludgeoning weapons.
7 hells, that is beautiful.
It is a cool looking blade. Too bad it's edgy.
Good. God, aren't
Oh, it is so edgy and cool.
Sentinel blades are edgy.
That is cool. That is cool.
If only you didn't want souls.
Yeah.
That makes it all the better.
Yeah, until it sucks yours out.
Oh, as long
I
as you
really
get
want
souls,
your soul to get sucked out by a sword. No.
As much as I would like this ring, I am already attuned to a few magic items that would weaken my magical abilities if I were to unattune them.
What ring are you talking about?
It's
spell storing or protection?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was gonna take one of the protections if nobody had any quarrels with that.
It's fine.
No, go ahead.
And I guess I'll just take this obsidian greatsword if nobody cares about that.
It's in the bag of holding. I will take the other
out of the bag of.
I'll take the other ring of protection. I can no longer attune to anything.
Oh no, Shucky, darn
Band-Aid,
darns.
I think this ring would be good for you. It's a ring of spell storing.
I have no need. Thank you, though.
All right.
Does it already have in your identification? Would it already have spells in it from the previous caster?
DM.
I can tell you it did.
It did.
Like the wish spell?
No.
Can I tell what it's got in it, or would I have to attune to it to figure that out?
I'll just tell you now. There's no spells stored in it.
Okay, it is empty.
Well, that's lame.
It's as if the previous wearer used whatever spells were in it.
It seems like you could benefit from an item such as that.
I could, but if I were to unattune to some of my other items...
So another question then with it. This is kind of out of character because I'm not sure Talmir would have a full grasp on the knowledge of the ring spell storing, but could another party member be attuned to it and have you cast spells into it so then they can cast the spells out at a later time?
May require attunement by a wizard. Let me take a quick look.
It just requires attunement. Anybody can attune to it.
Any creature can cast a spell of 1st through 5th level into the ring by touching the ring as the spell is cast.
Yep. Yeah, so I could cast a spell into it, and somebody else could use the spell.
Or we could put in healing spells from.
And Band-Aid could put healing spells in it, and somebody else wear it, or he wear it, or.
And you wouldn't waste spell slots.
Well, I would say somebody that can't cast healing, like Orin.
Or me. I can cast healing technically.
Yes, we could. It could be useful. It would require us to take time to prepare. Well, one day cast the spells into it that we're not planning on doing anything.
Yeah.
And then later, when we're in the mountain,
I would say we hold on to it.
It's a good item to have. Yes. I will.
Yeah, it definitely looks like we can fill it up with either healing spells or a defensive spell such as mirror image, and then you give it to somebody who's got an open
or something like that. Yeah.
And
Ben,
give
you
it
think
to
like an
somebody.
Oni?
Anyway, I nominate Talmir to carry it for healing and things like mirror image. Imagine him running around with mirror image and blur and stuff, and also raging.
Well, he can't. I don't.
He can
while
cast
you're
it
raging,
before he
you
rages.
technically, yeah.
Now, who focuses on concentration? That's the thing. It doesn't say anything about concentration, so blur is out of the question. But maybe.
The user is still the person who casts it from the ring is still the one casting the spell.
Cool.
For at least, I think.
Who has open attunement slots?
Not me.
You've got 2 Talmir.
For the ring. While wearing this ring and being attuned to it, you can cast any spell stored in it. The spell uses the slot level, spell save DC, spell attack bonus, and spell casting ability of the original caster, but is otherwise treated as if you cast the spell. So if something requires concentration, the person that cast it from the ring is the one who maintains the concentration.
But for like a bonus of a healing spell, use Band-Aid's modifier in the healing, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's the original caster.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna use it as like a heal bot ring, having Band-Aid cast the cure wound spells or healing word spells into it would make sense.
I recommend doing healing spells.
Yeah, I think that's our best option. That way, if we get tapped, we have a backup.
Or if one of us goes down and Band-Aid's not necessarily in the range to get them, he doesn't have to waste his action running across the map like he always does and gets us up. That, and he can finally cast Guiding Bolt more.
I will leave it in the party sheet for somebody to take.
We can decide later. I don't think we're storing spells in it anyways right now.
Yeah.
No.
If we have spare slots at the beginning of a long rest, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the perfect time for that.
Yep.
All right. Well,
dope.
So what do you all do?
I touched the sword. No.
Tune to the sword.
All right, you touch the sword again.
I don't wanna. It just says, "Bring me the Toby."
His soul will, hold on. His soul will work fine.
No, don't you dare.
I pick up my duck and we walk. No.
Bonk.
So is there a door at the bottom of this inverted ziggurat?
Yeah.
It is a Worm's tokens in the way. If I can
language.
Duff is watching.
Yeah. It is a basically a wall safe. Is about the best way to describe it.
A safe, you say?
A safe.
Hey guys, there's a safe.
Said the spider to the fly.
Well, actually, I said it was a safe like a session or two ago too. But
Yeah, you did. I forgot.
and Verm's Verm's spidey sense did start to tingle as he walked by.
Hey, there's a safe down there.
It would be such a shame to leave it behind.
Yes, it would.
Who knows, we may need something from inside for later.
Yeah, go get it.
He looks over to Band-Aid.
Seems overly reckless.
He looks past Band-Aid to Verm.
He says, I think I will.
And then he's going to cast Shatter about 30 feet ahead, 15 to 20 feet down. And that's going to deal 3d8 thunder damage in a 10-foot radius sphere. So that should shatter a bunch of glass in the area there.
I don't think Josh approves.
Okay, you cast Shatter.
I hide.
Sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense. Erupts from a point of your choice within range, within 60 feet.
Right. I got it. You cast Shatter, focusing on it. You see the door of the safe start to kind of start to move.
I want to capture creatures within the blast radius as well, if I can. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, there aren't any within the 10-foot area of the safe. You start focusing on it. You see the door on the safe start to shake as you start seeing cracks come across in it, and you also start to notice same cracks in the air quotes invisible wall encased around, within the 10-foot area around the safe.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, you are. And the cracks just continue to spread and more start to come about, and suddenly you just hear the sound of like broken chunks of metal hit the ground. At the same time, you hear a bunch of shattered glass hit the ground. You start to see water from the other terrace start to flow down, and it starts to flow down in a way away from you, like there's some type of, the water is flowing to an area that you can't really see. The creatures that were in that start making their way out.
Make them away.
Prove ourselves, Talmir.
The manticores now notice that
Arcus,
that end of the wall is open.
Arcus, protect me.
You all start
my
to
shield.
hear it starts off as a very faint and low, but it quickly escalates to very loud, like humming and like high-pitched sound as you see, as the things in the safe start to fall down, you see something that is hanging off of one of the like inside hinges of the safe. It appears to be a rigged vibration device, and it starts ringing out in this room, and you start to notice cracks and shatters across all of the glass in the room.
And Vismond assumes some sort of fighting stance. He's just kind of spreads his arms and legs out. He plants his feet, and he says, "Let's have some fun."
I'm gonna kill this motherfucker.
Tommy would kind of follow suit, knowing what Vismond was going for.
I love it. I love it so much.
Okay,
I
so
do.
so basically everybody kind of braces themselves for combat, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna say everybody kind of assumes like the cinematic party of everybody gets ready and that is
Avengers Assemble.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'll say that
the shitty Avengers.
Yeah, I'll say that takes up the 6 seconds of time for a round, because I will go ahead and let you all know that when that trap is triggered, all the glass is shattered and the creatures are free to move about in 1d6 rounds.
Okay.
I saw you roll.
Oh, a 1. All right. Awesome.
I rolled a 1. So, oh boy.
So initiative.
Oh boy.
If there were any creatures within the 20-foot sphere, Vismond definitely would have wanted to try to catch some creatures if they were in the area. It sounded like there was like sea lions and manticores and scorpions and stuff. So he was trying to just like shatter all the little terrarium things and just go beat up. He didn't know anything about this trap or whatever. He just wanted to shatter all the glass and fight the animals.
But
now
remember,
it looks like we're doing something else.
Yeah, well, you're fighting the animals. But remember, each one of the terraces are 10 feet wide. So even centering it on the safe, like unless all the creatures are like crowded around the safe, you wouldn't have. It would have been very lucky if you got any of them, because other than the manticores, all of them are kind of following the party like animals at the zoo waiting to be fed.
Waiting to be released.
Well, now there's food in front of them.
Awesome.
Cool. Let's eat. Surf and turf.
Cool.
Since we prepared, do we get advantage on initiative? No, just
I do.
No.
Some
I
of
know
us
you
do.
do.
We can't be surprised.
That's good.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
very happy about that.
I mean,
I'm glad that we can breathe underwater
mechanically,
too.
we can't mechanically be surprised. But
You will notice that the water is not really building up. It's all flowing down in like there's some sort of drainage system, but you don't see any pipes or anything.
Okay, so it's slowly draining the water out.
And yes, go ahead and roll me initiative, please, as you.
Oh boy!
Oh
thank
boy!
God.
Oh boy! Is the friggin' map full now?
Thank
Might
God.
not roll with initiative or with advantage.
I didn't get too bad.
I roll pretty good.
All those dice.
Yeah.
I hope one didn't beat a 24.
You know it did.
I'm a hide behind you.
You can't. No, don't do it.
No.
Not a shield.
You have shield.
I have shield. Yes.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and click the button here.
Oh my.
Oh.
I love being on the bottom of this.
Thank God we got the barbarian.
Yeah, on the bottom, my guy.
Bye.
I gotta look. I gotta look back to Visman. The hell did you do? Look at this. This is insane. I can't raise this many corpses in a day.
Oh boy.
We might want that Minotaur again.
I don't have it prepared. I switched spells.
How could you? You should have saw this coming.
I wasn't expecting to come back in here. But you're right.
Oh my god, this turn order is so fucking long.
What's going on? What's long? Combat tracker?
I'm just scrolling down on combat tracker and it's so long.
Well, you already knew that there were 6 giant crayfish,
Yeah.
6 giant scorpions, 4 sea lions, and 3 manticores in this room.
At least there's not 6 manticores.
I mean, I could change that.
Please don't.
But yeah, you know, that right there is a good stopping point until next week. That way Visman
Ben has doomed us all.
Visman can sit and stew for the next week on the wonderful decision he just made.
I cannot feel stupid.
It looks like we'll all be proving ourselves next week.
Yes. You've already proved yourself to be an idiot.
Yikers!
The victors will tell the stories.
Shots have been fired.
Shots fired.
Hopefully your backup character's coming next week.
History is written by the victors.
This is true. Anyway, as far as programming, tomorrow being Friday, we have Tomb of Annihilation with DM Mandy. I'm a player in that game. It is lots of fun. I play the gnome artificer that does gnomish pranks and gnomish things, basically just to irritate the rest of my party.
Iron Man.
At level 9.
Iron Dude.
Iron Dude.
Steel Man.
We may. It's still up in the air if we're playing tomorrow or not. Our DM has had to. But they had some personal things that came up that they needed to take care of. So stay tuned. We'll let you know as soon as we know for sure. Saturdays we have Rise Up Against the Slave Lords with DM Praetor himself, Duff 563. It is the all-female cast set in Greyhawk. It is a very entertaining show, and if you enjoy the banter and shenanigans from this one, you'll definitely love Saturday. No programming as of right now. Sunday. Mondays, I think creators in chat, I believe for the first time ever, we actually have 2 sets of programming going on. We have Dragon of Icespire Peak with our own Talmir, DM Sam over there, streaming exclusively on YouTube. And then premiering this coming Monday, we have Storm King's Thunder with DM Esquire, Seth or Coven MTG. and that'll be here on the Twitch channel. So you'll have 2 games you can bounce back and forth between YouTube and the Twitch. So make sure you do that. Should be entertaining. That Storm King's Thunder is also another all-female cast game. It should be very entertaining. Should be very interesting from what little snippets of things that Seth has informed me of so far. Oh boy, I can't wait. Tuesdays we have Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage here on Twitch with Lord Praetor himself. That starts at 7:30 Central Time. I know they're getting near the end of that long adventure, so tune in and catch it while you can, while it's still going on. Wednesday, oh boy, Wednesdays. Yeah, Wednesdays. The Sanguine Isles have returned. Last night was the premiere episode of season 2 with Urkaz, DM Mech 45. That starts at 8 Central. It's interesting. I'll give you that. If you didn't catch last night's episode, you go watch it on YouTube when it's uploaded, so you can get filled in on some of the craziness that happened. And Thursdays, Thursdays, you already know what it is. Yawning Portal. You already know. You're here watching it. You never know what the party is going to do. Sometimes it takes me by surprise, and sometimes it is oh so pleasant. Like right now.
I think we should
I'm in
jump the
danger.
Rejects of the rejects.
Yes. But yes, also non-stream shows. We still have the limited run show, Savage Worlds East Texas University, with DM Eric B. That is pre-recorded, edited, cut up into parts, uploaded to our YouTube channel. I don't know how many more episodes or sessions they have left to run on that. It is a limited run deal, but I mean, it's on YouTube, so you'll be able to watch it anytime. But definitely go check that out as well. Any of the players have anything to add, plug, say, other than oops or I'm in danger?
I'm in danger.
Yeah, you are.
They're in danger.
I can't heal stupid.
Yup.
No, I don't think I have anything.
Awesome. Well, if that's the case, if we do play tomorrow, we'll see you then. If not, we'll see you Saturday night with the first all-female cast game and Rise Against the Slave Lord. Either way, take care, and we'll see you all next time.
Everybody have good week.
Good night, everybody.
Be safe, everyone.
Bye bye.
Okay, goodbye.
Remember to blow up glass.
Sounds like you just told him to do drugs.
Did it?